By now, it should be quite obvious with the fact that I've been talking about recognizing yourself or who we are. I'm not just gonna say you as if I don't exist. So I'm referring to myself as well. Like, if somebody was to ask you, "Who are you?" Like, would you be able to answer that? Would you be able to stay firm and say, "This is who I am, and I'm acknowledging the fact that we're all supposed to be unique, and my uniquality is what makes me me, and I'm able to embrace it." I'm able to embrace what I am and every flaws that's gonna come with me, because that's what defines me as a person. I wouldn't be able to put into terms exactly who are you, because there's a lot of ways that we can answer that, but it's important to know that who I am is what makes me me, and me wishing to be somebody else or looking into waiting for somebody to validate my existence won't make it any better for me, because it just makes me lose focus of who I am and who I should be. So that's basically what I've been covering in the past episodes, if you've been able to listen to them. But if you haven't, then if you go back and listen, you will know exactly what I'm talking about on this point. And another thing that I would just like to acknowledge within this episode is the fact that why do we always feel like we can't be an encouragement for somebody? Of course, I've acknowledged that it's important to know your uniquality and see how important it is in defining who you are, but also why can you use that uniquality to encourage somebody in succeeding? Why do we always feel like we have to be on some level of competition? Of course, encouraging somebody, for example, if I'm asking you to encourage me, doesn't really determine that I'm losing focus of who I am. What you're actually doing is just you're adding on to what makes me me, because you're just being able to positively empower me in what I believe and in what I see that can make change in my life and change in somebody else. So that's the type of encouragement that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the type of encouragement that will set you down or that will make you change or question who you are. I'm talking about the encouragement that we should be able to give one another, into encouraging the fact that I will accept you as you are. I'm not going to try to make you be something that you're not. I'm not going to try to make you get out of your comfort zone, because that's what makes me more comfortable. Like, if you don't come my way, so like if you won't be able to come my way, then I won't be comfortable with that. That's the whole point of encouragement. I shouldn't make you feel like you need to lose all that you've known or that you're aware of in order to fit into my comfort zone. That's not the type of encouragement I'm talking about. The type of encouragement I'm talking about is the type of encouragement that doesn't let somebody question who they are, and doesn't let them, of course it can allow them to question themselves, but is that type of encouragement making them question themselves in a positive way, or is that type of encouragement making them doubt the entire existence or who they are, resulting into them becoming something they're not? It's important that we always acknowledge the fact our way of viewing the world is different. Like I said, this is from my perspective. You can always argue if you want to argue about this, but we all look at the world differently, and we've all been raised within different environments. Like, where you've grown up is not where I've grown up. The values that you've grown up with are not the values that I've grown up with. And realizing the fact, if you're able to understand that point, then you're not going to be asking somebody to transform into something that would make you comfortable and not make them comfortable. It's good to question what they're doing, but don't question it in a way that will make them rethink about their existence and about who they are. And those people who want to always rethink about who you are just because of somebody has put a question mark on who you are, you shouldn't be doing that if it's not something that's bringing up positivity within you. If it's not not a word of encouragement that will allow you to succeed into the stage where you want to go, or into a purpose that you've envisioned yourself to be in, then just don't even question yourself about it. Like I said in one of the episodes, I said that if your mind and your heart are thinking about it, then, or they're questioning whatever you're thinking, should that thought even exist in you? Because if it was something that should exist, you shouldn't even be thinking about it, because it should just come out automatically without you having to question it. So if you always look yourself down due to what somebody has questioned about you, where you think, because there is people who will legit be fake to your face and try so hard to show you what something is when it's not actually what they're trying to portray. It's like they will tell you something into your face that they don't even believe themselves, and then they just want to make you go off straight. It's like maybe they're not happy with where you are or what type of person you are, and they just see the potential in you that they don't have themselves. So to like distract you or to make you lose focus or lose yourself, they would try to use the type of words that you might think that are encouraging, but they're really not encouraging you. So it's important to pick out when somebody is being negative in a smart way and when somebody is being positive when they actually mean it, not when they just want to feel like they want to fit in the crowd because in order to fit in I might tell them this, And honestly, it's good to also be yourself through being honest. So if you're not going to be honest, then what really defines you just disappears out of you, It just goes away. If you can't be you amongst the people you're with, then are you really even supposed to be there? Like, you really supposed to be among those people if you can't open up about what you feel? Because if that's the case, I might as well just sit in my room like I am doing right now and recording this. It's not like I don't have people to be honest with. I have people to be honest with, but that's just an example that if you can't be true to them, then what are they even doing in your life? And if you're just going to be a friend who can encourage me to succeed, what are you doing in my life? If you're just going to be a friend who's always going to have to feel like there's a competition going on between us two, I don't want you. But again, coming back to competition part, it's good because that makes you better. If you don't have a competition, then you just feel like you have everything when you really don't. A competition is good, but to what extent should you allow a competition to impact you? That's for you to decide, because some competition really do influence you in a bad way, because there's a type of competition that will make you turn into something that you're completely not supposed to be. Or for example, the type of competition people usually I would hear more often is, I want to be like them, or I want to fit in that crowd, so I'm gonna have to do what they do. For example, if it's even negative, or if it's like drinking and so you're just going to drink because you want to fit in the crowd, or you're going to take drugs because you want to fit. This is what I hear more often. I'm not going to say that there's no other things out there that people would do that negatively impact them, because they feel like they're in a competition of trying to be on the top of the level within their friendship zone or whatever. So those type of competition, you would usually just chase them away. So if somebody is not using something positive that can empower you into becoming what you want to become, and if somebody can't really see the potential in you that you're trying to get out of yourself to achieve something, and they're just gonna negatively encourage you. Like I said, you need to understand when somebody is negatively encouraging you and when they're positively encouraging you. Like I said, people are fake. Some people are real and they're authentic, but not everybody is authentic, and not everybody is themselves when they start portraying who they are to you, especially if they're doing it to impress you. I don't think they are ever themselves, because if you do anything to impress me. You're just gonna try to find anything that makes me happy, and that's what you're gonna do. But you're doing really that thing for me, but you're not doing it to show who you are as a person, you know. So that's all I'm just gonna say. I'm kind of reaching to the end of this topic because I'm going to be covering different topics soon. So it's just important that we all be aware of who we are and what we want to be, and to a point where that we stay firm with what God has made us and not get influenced. Like I said, encouragement is good, but to what extent would that encourage impact you positively is for you to decide, because you're the one who knows what you want to get up to. If you see that encouragement is not taking you where you should be, then brush it off and don't even think about it, and just continue to be who you should be. And the only way you can figure out that encouragement is positive or negative, it's when you fit it in to see what you believe and see whether that encouragement fits into what you believe. And if it doesn't fit in, honestly, just rub it off and go on with your life and just do what you think is right for you and what your values tell you to do, not what your family, friends, or whoever's values are telling you to do, but what you believe. So just be mindful of what type of encouragement can lead us to success and what type of encouragement can actually lead to our downfalls.